Hello everyone, this is Alexandra speaking, and today I need to be very quiet, but I'm here to do a reading for you for a new moon in Taurus, which is said to be a very important one, perhaps the most important this year, especially that 3 hours after the new moon, the planet Uranus enters the sign of Taurus. So we have the sun and the moon aligned together in Taurus, and a great changer, the revolutionary planet Uranus entering the same sign. Powerful energies here. But as I'm not an astrologer, that's not my specific job, so I recommend you to visit any of the wonderful sites, blogs, podcasts about astrology. There was so much told about this. If you're interested, you can find information about this. Here I have a reading for you, and the cards are already on the table. They are already spread because I was doing the reading in my native language first. And it's funny because the fact that I'm whispering to you, saying words very quietly, is what I was planning to do for many, many months. I'm making ASMR podcasts and videos is one of the things I have planned. But I just couldn't get myself to do this. But here I am, speaking softly. And it goes so well with what cards are trying to tell us, because this reading is all about love. And I was so surprised to see it. But it makes perfect sense, as we are all allowed to start anew in the light of pure love. The first card I chose is called Open Channel in this deck. And by the way, this is Tarot of the Spirit by where's the author? Pamela. Now Joyce Eakins, but yeah, most of all Pamela Eakins. She also wrote a beautiful book together with this deck. I highly recommend it. So I chose Open Channel, which is Ace of Cups in the traditional deck, One of Water. As you can see, there's a mysterious opening in substance, encouraging you to dive deep. And it's full of light, primordial, divine light. There's a dove here as a symbol of peace, acceptance. So there's potential of new beginning here, and the new beginning is soaked with divine and everlasting love. And it makes perfect sense for us. We can always enter the world with new attitude, with our hearts open, but especially now. Now is the good weather to do it. And I was so surprised to to see the second card, which is 9 of water. So we remain in the element of water, which is emotions, which is love, which is the juice of life in tarot. And if I were asked to tell you about the themes, topics, subjects of this reading, one is water, love, fluid of life. The second one is splitting the light, refraction of light. We have one pure light, white light here, split into several colors in rainbow mirror, which is 9 of water, 9 of cups in this deck. Another one is growth. As you can see, we start with 1 of water and we finish in a culmination of this in 9. This is the tree that rose from one seed, from the very tiny beginning. We have the tree of life present here. What's important with light and splitting the light is that splitting doesn't change the nature of light. It is oneness. If it's split, it's only for us to understand it better in our daily life, in our daily routine. In this form we were born into, and this is the form of a human being. Our senses are limited, our perceptions need to be guided in a way, need to be ordered. That's why we often split things into tiny pieces, because the universe is so vast and wonderful and overwhelming also for our senses. So that's what even our brains do on a subliminal, unconscious level. We sort input, we dismiss many of it. We only choose, our brains choose what is supposed to go further in the line and what is to be left, because otherwise we would experience pure chaos. So this is how we cope, and there's nothing wrong with it. We come from universal love into a very human and down to earth, on a very individual level. And also this reading can be seen on many levels. It can be seen on universal level, and that's what I was talking about. The unity of light, the unity of love on its divine pure level, in its divine pure form, indestructible, but made easier for us to understand in a form of split wave. That's one level. Another level, and I was thinking about it when I saw that underneath the deck we have the High Priestess, which is the one that understands everything, that knows everything, that sees everything, that is beyond the false division between black and white, beyond and above the false division between good and bad. She knows it's all checkered, connected, and one cannot exist without the other. So we have this mistress of mysteries, and underneath we have no other but thinking about the shift in paradigm of in how we treat our Mother Earth. How do we cope with all the problems that we've created by not treating her properly? Because over the centuries we've been just doing her harm, exploiting Mother Earth, so much so that the global costs of production, environmental costs, weren't even included in overall cost of production. That's a huge mistake. And I think we all know we need to change it immediately. But we still don't. But perhaps today we have another boost of energy that will lead us to change our direction into being more loving towards her, our mother, that is nurturing and supporting us every day. We don't have another home, we only have Earth. That's why we should love her, admire her, trust her, but also respect her. On a very personal level, this is just about love and being loved. Love yourself and love others. If your heart is open, then it's overflowing. And the fluid, the water, the love that is overflowing is touching everyone and everything that it encounters. So let yourself love and be loved. Let your cup overflow with love. And especially as the third card is the Lover's card. And the Lovers for me is a card showing that in our daily lives as humans, in order to understand love and what it brings, we sometimes need another human being. We need to meet ourselves in another person. And that's why the mirror is another theme, another topic of this reading. Mirroring, seeing the reflection and reflecting upon yourself, thyself, in order to better understand and to better love yourself. In the Lovers, we have this cosmic meeting of two beings that are very different, but that also find similarities between each other. And they learn to love what's similar and what's different, what's the same and what's complementary. So, again, we perceive ourselves as different, but the truth is that we are one. There is unity between us. The unity that is reflected and that is shown in the first card that appeared, the open channel, one of water. We are one of water. We are one of light, and we are one of love. And in this time of great shift, there is need to remember this, to have it on the first place. Okay, so these are the energies for this very important new moon in Taurus that is about to happen in several hours. It's very early in the morning here where I live, so there are about 6 hours till this moment, and then another 3 hours for Uranus to enter. sign of Taurus. I've already also chose one card for each star sign. So now look for your Sun, Moon and Rising sign. You can also check your Venus sign. And I started with Taurus, and it's funny because again we have Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Earth. It's the same card. So Tauruses are especially sensitive to this energy, the energy that is nurturing, that is feeding, and that is very much connected with Earth. I think it's funny because I was when I was choosing decks, I was thinking about the decks that are very much connected to Earth, and I think this one is. I always use it when I ask about material things. But why did I choose this one? I mean, it's so abstract, and it's so. It appeared in its watery iteration more than the Earth one, but I think it beautifully connects. It works beautifully, water with Earth. This is moisture. This is the dirt that you can put seeds in. By the way, that's the great thing you can do today, to put some seeds in the earth and nurture it and watch it grow, and then enjoy the fruits of this. And this is what the Queen of Pentacles do. That's her realm. She's the farmer. She is the one that accumulates goods and uses her resources very carefully and with respect, because she knows that there's only one home, and the home is called Earth. So beautiful energy for Taurus. Then we have Gemini. Gemini have 5 of Wands. I was thinking about very specific meaning of this card when I was doing the reading in my native language. You see, they say this card is about conflict, but sometimes I call it for my purposes many different voices, and sometimes that's what you need to hear, many different voices, in order to choose one, or in order to make a decision based on all these voices. Dear Gemini. Gemini is about 2. We have it in Lovers. We have 2 people here, right? But here we have 5. So it's even more than 2 voices. We have 5 voices here. And sometimes I think about this card as a reminder that life isn't always all milk and honey. Sometimes you need to fight, even if this is not a very real fight. I see it rather as a sport, sparring, making your muscle work in order not to remember how to move, how to be agile. So I feel this is this kind of energy that you need to hear, and that you need to accept that life is sometimes like this. Then we have Cancer. And Cancer has another 5, and that's 5 of Cups. So another rather difficult energy, because it's about sadness. It's about feeling loss. I think it's the first time that I noticed that she has plenty of treasure here. Not only 2 cups standing, but also treasure. But she finds no joy in this, because she's very much focused on these 3 cups that are spilled. What was the content of this? We don't know. Perhaps this is grieving over some wounds we've done, or we've provoked. Perhaps it's again about Earth. This time it can be about ocean and how it is polluted. Because when I see the color of this water, it looks like pollution a little bit. It's very grey and muddy. So it can be that this feeling of loss and this feeling that we hurt someone or something or Mother Earth is needed here, because it's a reflection upon the theme. And sadness, after it passes, it provokes us to change something. That's why this reflection is very much needed. And we remain in the Cups realm with Leo. Leo has 3 of Cups. Beautiful Leos that are always ready to enjoy with others. I think it's about sharing good news, sharing perhaps I think Leo isn't the one that would keep his or her cup and not show it and not share it with others. So it's about joy. It's about joy being shared with others, celebrating. This love depicted here is platonic. It's about friends, family, all the people that are close to our hearts and that we want to celebrate with. Perhaps the shift, perhaps the universal love, perhaps something very mundane like a birthday or a wedding, something like this. But you're not keeping it to yourself, and that's great. Then we have Virgo. Virgo remains in the energy of Pentacles. Sorry. Oh, that's better. This one is a demanding one. 7 of Pentacles talks about waiting for our fruits of our labor to ripe. And while we wait, we evaluate whether our work was done well, whether it was worthy to put the effort in whatever you were doing. And this waiting can be a difficult one for you. It can be too long. You would like this work to be over, but it's still not. And now it's time also to decide whether to do it still or whether to change the course of the events by what you do. But you can also be happy with the fruits of your labor. You can be happily expecting. Now we have the sign of Libra, and Libra has the shadow side. The shadow side is a card that shows explicitly that each and every card in tarot has at least 2 sides, the dark one and the light one. When we flip the devil, because this is the devil card, we have access to universal energy. Because that's what the shadow side and that's what the devil is about. It's about the energy trapped in the place we are afraid to look at. It's about the energy trapped or hidden in a place we don't want to visit because we are afraid of this place or of the power of the energy gathered there. And it's very revealing to understand this. When you understand that when you encounter the devil, I'm not saying without fear, because fear is okay. Fear is the emotion that tells us something very important about us and environment. But So when we decide to encounter the devil anyway, we have access to great elan vital, which is the energy of life itself. So, dear Libra, don't despair. Instead, just make amends with the fact that there are places you are afraid of, and that your energy is stored there. And perhaps now is the time to visit one of those places and absorb the energy that is trapped there. You just need to flip it. Okay? I love the Devil card because it tells about real change. Scorpio, you are one of the fixed signs that are perhaps the most touched by this new moon and by the entering of Uranus into Taurus, because Taurus is also a fixed sign. So you have this energy exactly in the opposition of your sign. Ace of Swords, that is your energy for this time. And it goes very well with the reading I was doing for May. You had these cutting energies there, as far as I can remember. And the Ace of Swords is great news, because it talks about great clarity. Now you see clearly what's working for you and what's not working anymore. And you can leave something behind with a very clear cut. You can finally decide what's light and what's dark, and you can choose where do you want to go. Now you see very clearly your future path, and you can begin with a clean slate, as they say. A very decisive card for Scorpios. So many Scorpios will begin something new in their life, or the new beginning will happen to them, perhaps, because it always works both ways. You can make it, or it can happen to you. Sagittarius has a very optimistic card, 3 of Wands. That's looking into the future and projecting something, projecting your future in the best possible way. Yeah, you've made some steps towards your success, and now you're expecting this success to come to you. You don't know exactly how will it look like, because you see he's waiting on shore, looking for the ships to come in. What will be on the ships? I don't know if he knows. Perhaps he doesn't. But still, he's expecting the best of life, the best of love, the best of resolve. This is one of the cards that are called gates, because when you arrive on the other side, you can begin a new chapter in your life. So expect the best, because what you expect is, filtering through reality to you. It's very important to have proper expectations. Now, Capricorn, oh, you're a strong one. Here, always when I see this King of Cups, I almost hear as he's saying, hit me, bring it on. He's so strong on his throne, and grabbing this cup and this scepter. His back is absolutely covered. There's nothing he's afraid of. The water under his feet, it's on his command. I feel like he's a general of the ocean. So there's great, I don't want to say control, but co-working with your emotions here. You're the master of emotions in this card. And yes, you're very sure of yourself. And that's great, because these water energies here, they go very well with King of Cups. They go very well with their king. You are the king of these emotions. You are the master of these energies. You can use it the way you want. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius has Temperance God. And this mirroring I was talking about, and diffracting light, splitting the light, is visible here. So perhaps some Aquariuses find their job to be done is to explain to people, explain to the world how the light works, how this universal love works. But generally this is a healing card, and again it's about fluid. As you can see, we have the fluid here between the two cups. We have the water, earth, air and fire mixed here. Finding the best proportions to maintain life is the question here. And then it needs patience, and it needs experiments to be done properly, to be found. So take your time, Aquarius, and prepare this potion that will heal you, that will heal others, that will heal your part of the world. Wonderful. And even more wonderful is a card for Pisces. We have the star here. The star, they say it's a card of hope. Yes, I agree. They say it's a wish card. I can also agree, but for me, mostly, this is the card of being and feeling connected with the universe. Feeling that I and the universe, we are walking together. We have the same pace. We are on the same page. We mutually understand each other. It's the feeling that I am under the right star, that I'm on a good path. It is also about finding I can't find the word now. But when you feel the sudden urge to do something, when you finally understand what it is that I'm supposed to do in the world, what is my special gift, what is my special superpower? Well, it's not superpower, it's well, everything is superpower when we look at the world as holy, divine. So what's my special gift from the universe that I can give back to the universe? You see, she's spilling the waters. It's the best what she has, and she's sharing it with the cosmic, the divine stream here, and she's also sharing it with Mother Earth. She's nurturing Mother Earth by this fluid that she has, that it's her own gift. So what it is, dear Pisces, that you have and the world needs, what it is that you can give to the world, and the world will be very grateful to you. This is also a very humble card, because you need to be humble to understand what this thing is, what's your special gift that you need to give to the world, and that world wants you to give. Beautiful card. And then finally we have Aries. Aries, you are busy. Eight of Pentacles. A Virgo card. It's the Sun in Virgo. So it's about being prudent. And prudence goes very well with what Mother Earth needs now from us. She really needs us to be prudent. not to consume so much. That's the terrible thing we do. We consume so much and we waste so much. When I saw this card in Aries position, I was laughing because this energy is not very much Aries-like. I mean, the Aries I know are very eager to start things and to, to begin with great fire. But they're not so good with finishing things, and this is finishing. This is perfecting things. This is doing things over and over again, seeing it being better, little by little, seeing those little steps to perfection. In the deck that I used here, Tarot of the Spirit, this card is called the Mountain. That's how you climb the mountain. You don't jump on it in one giant leap. You conquer it step by step. So there's work to be done here. That is little by little. Not giant leap, but little by little, perfecting things. So that's your energy here, Aries. And I think you need it very much. Okay, dear people, guys and girls, I wish you a beautiful time now. A beautiful time of new moon and the whole month coming after this. And I wish you the best shifts of possible connected with the Uranus, the great changer, the great revolutionary. May he bring us more love and more freedom and more caring. That's all possible now. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your participation in my channel. It's so nice that you're here. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes and shares. And I hope I see you in the next reading. All the best. Bye bye.